Good morning. Thanks to Dr. Ajay for inviting me to speak on the most relevant topic of today. After reading the topic, I had a mixed reaction. Being a mechanical engineer, I was sad because there is a doubt about the existence of mechanical engineering. Then I realized that it is my moral duty to highlight the various aspects of mechanical engineering and its future. Till now, we have already heard Mr. Vadhava of SGT University, where he narrated about designing and constructing a low cost respirator by the cross functional team of mechanical engineering students and medical students of SGT University. Mr. Sunny Pathak of Samatrix Consulting Firm spoke about the advantages of AI and ML trained mechanical engineers in present industries. Professor S.K. Deshpande informed us about the opportunities and future job prospects of mechanical engineers in different fields. Let me take you through my presentation. The history of mechanical engineering goes back to ancient Greece, medieval China, and Islamic culture. Mechanical engineering is primarily based on physics, mathematics, engineering, and material sciences. The outputs of mechanical engineering are analyze, design, and manufacturing of mechanical systems. As Professor Deshpande has already narrated, that mechanical engineers have immense opportunities to work on various fields. I would call the role of mechanical engineers is like common salt in any food. Without it, the food is incomplete. To give you some examples, the usage of composites is need of the hour. Composites play a decisive role in conservation of material, lightweighting, and cost cutting. Mechatronics is the technology combining electronics and mechanical engineering. Robotics is a subset of mechatronics, which Mr. Sani Pathak has already explained in his presentation. Nowadays, we talk only about robots. It has helped mechanical engineers for reducing mistakes, resulting in high productivity, etc. etc. Nanotechnology, as the name suggests, it's about anything small. For compact design, faultless performances, nanotechnology is used. If you see other engineering streams, mechanical engineers are present in every field of engineering, be it chemical engineering, where machines will not work efficiently without mechanical engineer. Similarly, in aerospace, civil, electrical engineering, mechanical engineers play important roles. When Dr. Ajay shared that SGT has decided to incorporate robotics, AI, ML, electric vehicle, etc. in the curriculum of BTech Mechanical Engineering, I found that the decision was very, very appropriate in the current scenario. As Professor Deshpande pointed out, those job opportunities of mechanical engineers in next 4 years, the decision of updating curriculum was the need of the hour. Let me take you for a tour of automobile engineering, which is a major branch of mechanical engineering and Industry 4.0. All of us are aware about the dependency of India on imported fossil fuel. To reduce the impact of foreign currency outflow and reduce pollution, the current Transport Minister of India, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, has proposed various measures. One of them is the usage of biofuel, means alcohol and biodiesel. The worldwide projection of energy in 2040 shows the increase in biofuels, increase of electricity, which is for battery charging of EVs, increase of gas consumption, CNG, LNG for domestic and industrial, and reduction in oil, that is petroleum. Now the question is that why we're trying to reduce our dependency on oil? Barring cost, the other most important factor is pollution. That due to oxygen content in alcohol, it helps in reducing the pollution. The conventional ICE, that is IC engines, powered automobile is causing an imbalance in the atmosphere due to pollution. We know to offset the increase in global temperature, all major countries have initiated steps to reduce the earth temperature by 2 degrees centigrade. If we switch to ZEV, that is zero emission vehicle, the impact of tailpipe emission of CO2 and GHG shift to emission from electricity generation, coal, furnace oil, etc. The initial focus on reduction of vehicular pollution was for PM, which is particulate matter, UHC, that is unburned hydrocarbon, and NOx, for which catalytic converter, ammonia injection, particulate filters were developed and implemented. After achieving the status of complete combustion of pollutants, the present efforts are to reduce CO2, which has a global impact, that is climate change, increase in earth temperature, etc. To reduce emission from electricity generation, we need to generate electricity from renewable sources like hydro, wind, solar, etc. We know in India to get the approval of building plant, you need to have a provision to install rooftop solar cell and generate electricity, either on grid or off grid. Electricity from wind energy is developing at a faster rate all over the world. Now let's talk about hybrid. The dictionary definition of hybrid, a thing made by combining two different elements. We will restrict our discussion of hybridization of automobile. Hybridization has been done to combine the trustworthy ICE power and electric motor. A conventional car is propelled by ICE, which runs on petroleum fuel. An electric vehicle is powered by battery. We will talk about different types of batteries later. The battery is connected to a power control unit where the battery voltage is increased to run the electric motor. The electric motor is coupled with the trusted transmission assembly of conventional automobile and the vehicle is propelled. In hybrid cars, these two technologies of ICE and EV are combined and a power split device is introduced to propel the car either by ICE or by electric motor or by both, depending upon the configuration design. In startup situation of a hybrid car, electric motor is only used to overcome the inertia of rest. In normal cruising, both ICE power and electric power are utilized for propulsion. In acceleration mode, ICE power is used to run the electric motor in addition to the battery power. Nowadays, we are discussing a lot about regenerative braking. The conversion of kinetic energy to heat energy is being modified to charge the battery. In series architecture, the role of ICE is only for charging the battery, where both ICE and electric motors propel the vehicle. In series parallel architecture, the ICE does both the propulsion of the vehicle and charging of battery or supplying power to motor. The hybridization can be categorized into four categories. Plug-in. As the name suggests, you need to charge the battery by plugging in to an electricity source. Stop and start capability, which is very popular in India. Start and stop system automatically shuts off the engine when the vehicle stops. The system then automatically restarts the engine when the car is again ready to drive off. Regenerative braking, we have already explained. Electric propulsion capability. When the electric motor derives its energy either from battery or from electric generator, which is powered by ICE. High voltage battery, which is more than 200 volt. This is achieved by arrays of batteries connected in series. Embedded battery charger and onboard battery charger, which keeps the batteries in fully charged condition. Examples: plug-in hybrid, Toyota Camry, Toyota Wellfire, Honda Accord, Lexus Hybrid. The examples of full hybrid: Volvo XC90, Toyota Camry, BMW 7 Series, MG Hector Plus. Mild hybrid: BMW X3, Skoda Octavia, Range Rover, Honda City, Kia Stonic. Micro hybrid: Hyundai Elantra, Honda HR-V, Hyundai Kona, Tata Hornbill. Maruti has got Ertiga, Ciaz, S-Cross, Baleno, XL6 configured for micro hybrid. Government of India has decided to take a quantum jump. Instead of focusing on hybrid technology, the focus is centered on electric vehicle. For government usage of cars, only electric vehicles are being procured. Different state governments are giving subsidy to buy electric vehicles. We can see the Spartan battery powered three-wheeler, which we call e-rickshaw in Delhi NCR region, as a last mile connectivity from metro station. Congestion tax, like in London, is going to be imposed very shortly in busy city areas to discourage people for using ICE-powered vehicle. In addition, vehicle scrappage policy has been announced to scrap old polluting vehicles. If we refer to the history of electric vehicles, way back in 1851, the first electric vehicles were introduced. Till 1920, EV had a field day. After that, when petroleum industry got fully developed, ICE replaced EV because of abundance of petroleum. In 2010, because of atmospheric pollution, the present generation of EV started, and now auto industry is talking about electric and only electric. Since the battery technology is a key factor in EV, the age-old lead-acid batteries are being replaced by nickel metal hydride and now with lithium-ion batteries. This is a small database of battery type being used by different manufacturers for different model due to cost, availability, power density, vehicle weight, etc. As new technology will have teething trouble, EV2 is having challenges. The major constraints are insufficient drive range. A full tank car can cover 1000 kilometers, but a similar size EV can give maximum 400 kilometers. High cost, since the usage of high-end electronics are more and more, and of course the high battery cost. Long charging time, average 8 to 12 hours for full charging. Improvements. Lithium-ion battery technology is fast improving with high energy density and battery cooling to prevent fire during battery charging. Cost reduction. Since the volume of production is slowly increasing, resulting in cost reduction. Electrical component improvements. By using military grade technology, the reliability factor is being steadily improved. Low cost, strong, reliable, lightweight components. By utilizing the concept of composites and improved materials, this feat is being achieved. This is the projected data of EV population until 2040. Artificial intelligence. The dictionary definition is the theory and development of computer system able to perform tasks normally requiring human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. The obvious question by the mechanical engineers will be, this is not my cup of tea. This is the domain of computer science students. What I'm going to do with AI and ML? Dear students of mechanical engineering, you cannot confine yourselves within the standard curriculum of mechanical engineering. This is the era of cross-functional activities. You have to keep yourselves abreast with this cutting-edge technology to remain in the race. This video being presented to you not for advertising any particular model. This is just to show you what kind of technological marvel we will be seeing on Indian road in coming years. If you want to be associated with this kind of technology, better learn it now.
And welcome to the exciting world of MG. A few days ago, we took you on an exciting journey with AI inside the MG Aster. Today, we will take you further on this journey by revealing the amazing new Aster. So first, a quick recap. The MG Aster is India's first car with artificial intelligence or AI inside. It's equipped with a personal AI assistant and autonomous level 2 enabled by ADAS. An assistant that not just follows our commands but also shares information from around the world from Wikipedia, keeps us updated on the latest news and entertains us with jokes. An assistant that's a true companion. With the MG Aster, we have introduced autonomous level 2 functionality for the first time in this segment. With computer vision and radar powered by AI, Aster is equipped with 14 autonomous level 2 features. With autonomous level 2, every journey will be much more convenient, safe, and comfortable. Furthermore, at MG, we have a vision where software will be the differentiator and car will be a platform. With the MG Aster, we have taken our first step in this direction. While the possibilities are endless, we are starting our journey of partnerships with MapMyIndia's 4D Maps navigation, in-car parking reservation with Park Plus, in-car entertainment with JioSavan, and industry-first blockchain-powered vehicle digital passport with CoinEarth. All of this will be connected by India's best mobile network, Jio. Aster will also have 80+ internet features powered by next-gen iSmart technology. That's all about the technology in the Aster. Now let us tell you more about the car. It's a power-packed, mid-sized SUV with best-in-class features. Built on the successful global...
We have introduced segment-first autonomous level 2 technology for advanced safety, comfort, and convenience. Now, I would like to show you some of the key features of autonomous level 2. So the first is LKA, Lane Keep Assist. This feature detects lane markings and controls the steering actively to keep your Aster in the center of the lane. If you depart from the lane without giving an indicator, the lane departure prevention will bring your Aster back in the lane. Isn't that amazing? Autonomous Level 2 also enables rear drive assist, which monitors the surrounding environment to eliminate blind spots. It includes rear cross traffic alert, blind spot detection, and lane change assist. Let us show you how rear cross traffic alert works. As you reverse your Aster, this feature detects cars which might be approaching from the rear left or rear right but are outside the detection range of reverse cameras and rear parking sensors. This can save you from a possible hazard by giving you timely alerts. Aster also has intelligent headlamp control that activates and deactivates the high beam of the headlamp depending on the oncoming traffic to prevent the situation of blinding. So let's move on to the next feature, automatic emergency braking. One of the biggest risks on the road is the uncertainty of other vehicles and pedestrians. Aster's automatic emergency braking keeps you safe even in such uncertain situations. If there is a possibility of collision, the Aster gives a forward collision warning through a visual and audio signal. If the driver still doesn't take any action, AEB will apply brakes, reducing the speed by up to 40 km per hour or come to a complete stop if you are below 40 km per hour. Whoa, that was close. But Aster handled it well.
So that's autonomous level 2 for you. We are confident that in India, the Aster will redefine not just the segment, but also the future of mobility. With AI inside, it has a personal AI assistant, autonomous level 2 features, and it is the first car to offer services and subscription under car as a platform.